What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Keane, and we're going back to a bonus track from Hopes and Fears 2004. Thank you to Philip for sharing the Keane material, as well as to Sofia for reminding this one was still not reacted to, and it's called On a Day Like Today. It's a simple enough phrase. It's often used in conjunction with some other development or factor, and I suppose grammatically speaking that's an obvious or necessary point. But on a day like today would suggest that there's some significance, be it more anomalous or regular or expected. And I suppose anomalous might be the more likely of the scenarios, but the idea of something happening that on a day like today makes it especially noteworthy or problematic or significant. So, yeah, I feel like there's part of the phrase that remains unspecified. I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Keane. The track is On a Day Like Today, and it's a non album track included in a bonus or deluxe edition of Hopes and Fears 2004.
On a day like today, I looked at you and I saw something in the way you stared into the sky. I saw you
just caught it in time. Yeah, it felt like the tune just kept working itself higher and higher into this rich sonic lather. It started very minimally, and I suppose at the end there we go out with a wind, a sonic wind back, the intensity gone back down again. But in general, it felt like it just kept climbing and growing and soaring to higher heights. And Tom Chaplin's voice, I believe I said Chapman last time, which you have to understand, there's an acid techno artist, not even that prolific, but in the early to mid 2000s made a few tracks on a couple labels that I'm fond of, and his name is Tom Chapman. And so every time I go to say Tom Chaplin, my brain sort of like short circuits and turns left, but I remembered this time. But yeah, another great vocal performance from him. A couple moments in particular where he really pushes into the rarefied air of the stratosphere, and again, knowing that they took some inspiration from a-ha in terms of their sonic atmosphere and maybe even some of their vocals, there's a couple moments there where you could hear Morten Harket singing a song like that. And yeah, I like the ride cymbal. That definitely stood out to me, which, I don't know, maybe that's partly because of my techno ear, and that's a prominent element in a lot of techno tracks, but it really gave the track a steady bracing rhythm, and the synth, I assume like keyboard strings, maybe proper strings, but whenever I'm listening to a group that, is not known for having a designated like violin player or a string player, I always wonder whether we're dealing with like keyboard strings. But that was a very lovely and rich sonic element as well. And yeah, it sounds like someone who's struggling to find the words, and maybe, it's ironic or notable on a day like today when something great and wonderful is happening between them, or there's a possibility for that, but they can't quite find the right words or the words at all to express what needs to be expressed. So maybe there's a unfulfilled longing to it, and that just keeps building and building. A lot of reactions lately I've been wondering about, sonic expressions of concepts within the lyrics. It felt like maybe there was something there with this one, but yeah, it felt like a sweet tune, whether or not it's unfulfilled, whether or not it's a realization of something that's wanted. It did feel like there's a warm emotion, or at least an emotion that wants to be warm and embracing of another person. So yeah, a very lovely tune that again kept rising and rising and becoming more and more open, like a flower, if you will. So ultimately curious to hear what people have to say and know about this one, given that the lyrics were a bit, I only caught bits and pieces of them as opposed to most of the lines. I apologize, I'm a bit distracted because there is a floor shark down here, and she's leaning toward my feet as if she wants to begin her initial phase of attack. In any case, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.